He says, for in the resurrection, they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are like angels of God in heaven. In the resurrection, we will not be married. And I guess that might be sad news to some or happy news to others, depending on your marriage. And the reason is because there will be no need for marriage in the resurrection, because there will not be procreation in the resurrection. Now, we will know our spouse in the resurrection. That's a question that people often ask. Will we know each other in the resurrection? Will I know my spouse? Will I know my kids? Will I know my grandkids in the resurrection? If you and your family members have trusted Christ, you will be together in heaven and you will know each other. We will not know less in heaven than we know here on earth. And so we will know our spouse, we will know our family members, and I think one of the glorious things about heaven will be that we will be reunited with family members who have died in Christ before us, and we will enjoy heaven together with our family. And we will worship together in our glorified, resurrected bodies. We will be completely free from sin, free from selfishness and carnality, free from misunderstandings with our loved ones, free from all the negative things that affect our relationships here on earth. Now all of that's going to be removed. No misunderstandings in what you said. Why'd you say it like that? And what'd you mean by that? None of that. And we will enjoy each other in perfect love. In perfect love. How wonderful will that be? Jesus said we will be like the angels. He didn't say we will be angels. You don't turn into an angel. You're still the same person in heaven. You're just in your resurrected, glorified body. We will be like the angels. And what he means here is we'll be like the angels in that we will not be married. By the way, the Sadducees did not believe in angels either. Oh, but Jesus, they don't believe in angels. I don't care. I'm Jesus, right? I mean, like... So with this one statement, Jesus corrected their error regarding the resurrection and their error concerning angels. Verse 31, he says, but concerning the resurrection of the dead, it's almost as if he says, well, since you brought up the resurrection, let me also say this. But concerning the resurrection of the dead, have you not read what was spoken to you by God? I love when Jesus says, have you not read, to the religious leaders. I'm sure that stung and humiliated them in front of everybody. To have this carpenter from Galilee say to them, have you not read what was spoken to you by God? Now watch what he says here, saying, I am the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. God is not the God of the dead, but of the living. Now, as I said earlier, the Sadducees only recognized the first 5 books of the Bible, and they argued that the resurrection is not found anywhere in the first 5 books of the Bible. Here, Jesus quotes from one of the first 5 books of the Bible. He quotes from Exodus to show that there is indeed life after death. In Exodus chapter 3, verse 6, God said to Moses, I am the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. God did not say this to Moses in the past tense, but the present tense. God did not say, I was the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. No, he said, I am the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, implying he is still their God, even though they died hundreds of years before God said that. Even though Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob had died physically, they were still alive. And God was still their God. God is not the God of the dead, but of the living. In John chapter 11, verse 25, Jesus said, I am the resurrection and the life. He who believes in me, though he may die, he shall live. Though he may die physically, that's not the end. He shall live. Death is not the end. When a believer in Jesus Christ dies physically, The Bible tells us they immediately go into the presence of Jesus Christ, and they are very much alive. In fact, they are more alive then than they ever have been before. And so Jesus showed that the first 5 books of the Bible clearly implied the reality of life after death and of future resurrection. But please note here, listen, give me your attention. Jesus made his whole argument for the resurrection on the tense of the verb. On the tense of the verb. The verb was present tense, not past tense. I am, not I was. His whole argument here for the resurrection, it rests on the tense of the verb. Jesus took the Bible very, very literally, even down to the tenses of the verbs.